Hi, and welcome back to another video here with me, Ellen, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here, and thank yourself for getting on the mat as well today, whatever time of day you're doing this practice. And we're just going to be here for a little stretchy flow, really. I went on a run this morning and my body is hurting. And so I was really just craving a kind of stretch out, a nice, yummy, juicy little stretch on the mat. Nothing too strengthening, nothing too intense, just a lovely, yummy little stretch, especially getting into kind of the hamstrings, back to the legs is where I'm feeling that I need a stretch. And as you can see, I do have a couple of blocks here. If you don't have blocks, do not worry about it. You can do this practice without it, but if you have them, then great. And you can also use a book instead of a block if you have that at home instead. And we're going to come to lie down, which is where we're going to start together. And I'm going to immediately bring my block into play here in coming into a constructed rest with the block. So you can place your block on any height at kind of your sacrum, really the base of your spine, that flat part of your spine, right at the bottom. And if you don't have a block, of course, just placing your spine down onto the mat, onto the ground. And just having your arms by your side, perhaps the palms facing up, perhaps the palms facing down, whatever feels more energetically comfortable for you today. There's literally no right way to do that. There's no wrong way to do that. And you can close down your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. And just allow your back body to melt into the mat or into the block a little bit more. Notice if there's any sense of resistance or holding or gripping, and can you just let that go somewhat and just melt a little bit deeper into the ground. Taking this time at the start of the practice to land into the practice, to arrive here together, to just step away from whatever you've been doing before you stepped on your mat. Just step away from however your day or your week has been thus far, into this sanctuary, into this space, into this bubble, just for you. And let's take 2 releasing breaths together. We'll find an inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. Letting it go. Let's just do one more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh, a sound. Let it go. And with that exhale, just firmly bringing yourself into this practice. Feeling the weightiness of your body. And you can keep yourself on your block if you're there. If you're not, just doing this movement without the block is all cool. So we're just going to straighten through that right leg and hug that left knee into the chest. If you're on a block, maybe you want to take it down a setting, bringing it slightly further down to the mat. This is quite intense. Wherever you are, just hugging that left knee into the chest. Maybe you want to make some circles with both ankles, flexing, pointing. Really nice, just hugging that knee into the chest, finding this openness down that right side of the body, the front of the right hip flexor. One more inhale, and then exhale, just re-extend. Find yourself in center for a moment, and then hugging that right knee into the chest. This is quite intense if you're on a block. If you want to take it off the block, then please be my guest. Circling, rolling through the foot, through the toes. Hugging that right knee into your chest. One more inhale. And then exhale, just taking it down long. Nice. And taking yourself up off of your block if you are there. If not, just keeping yourself where you are is perfect. And we're just going to send the right leg up towards the sky. You can keep that left knee bent, maybe catching hold of the back of the right thigh. Again, just circling through the ankle, through the foot, extending through that right leg. And maybe already in the back of the hamstrings, you can feel it talking to you. It feels intense. You can feel a stretch. That's all good. That's where we're supposed to be. One more inhale. Exhale, just dropping that right foot down and then taking that left leg up to the sky, stretching up and down the back of the left leg. Breathing into the back of the left leg, the left hamstring. One more inhale. And an exhale, dropping that left foot back down. And we're going to just take a big full body stretch here. So an inhale, reaching your arms up over your head, stretching through your legs all the way to your toes. And an exhale, hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a squeeze, maybe a rock side to side. Perhaps you want to bring the knees a bit wider, working into the hips, into the groin, or just keeping them close together. Nice. And then we're going to catch hold of the back of the thighs, the knees, rocking and rolling. Taking it a few times, just massaging out the spine. Really nice. One more inhale and exhale. Let's find a Navasana, probably our one piece of strength through this video. Working into the core subtly, finding a balance subtly. Inhale and exhale, just drawing the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide so you're in your Baddha Konasana. And let's actually give our feet a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a rub. Let's spend time doing this. I did this in a Qigong class yesterday, actually, and it just felt so nice. So taking your thumbs to the top of your feet, so just underneath the toes, massaging out through the ball of the foot. Then taking it down that inside edge of the foot, so the pinky toe side of the foot, massaging down with your thumbs. And massaging your heel and then round that outside edge of the foot. And for me, this often feels really sticky, actually, a little bit tender down this outside edge of the foot, pressing into it, massaging it up again towards that big toe, just massaging that point underneath the big toe. This can feel quite tender as well. Beautiful. And then just finishing off those rubs of the feet, giving them some love that carry us around all day. And we'll just take a little flow here. So inhale, let's reach up with the arms, reach up rather. And exhale, we reach forward like we're going to grab somebody's hand. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale, reaching up, extend. And exhale, reaching forward, just holding it here for a moment. If it feels strong, intense through the hips, then that's totally normal. It's just the start of the practice. Maybe a gentle sway side to side, and you don't have to be super deep here. Just breathing into that hip space, the groin. Really nice, the back body. And then drawing yourself back up to seated and taking the legs long. And we'll just do a similar thing here, flexing through the feet. And you're welcome to sit yourself up on a block if that feels more comfortable. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, we fold forward. Oh, I can already feel that in the back of my legs. Let's go twice more. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold and stay. It doesn't matter how deep you're getting. It's just the start of the practice. Maybe you're rippling with the breath. Let's go together and inhale a slight halfway lift. And exhale, a refold. Inhale, we draw up. Exhale, refold. Inhale, draw up, final time. Exhale, refold. Let's hold it in stillness for a moment. Breathe into your back, into the backs of the legs. Inhale. Exhale. And drawing yourself back up to a seat. Taking those feet from underneath you, and let's find our tabletop position, finding in all fours. Lovely. And let's just sway forwards and backwards here. Working gently, subtly into the wrists. Really nice. and playing with that placement of the hands, fingertips facing the edges of the mat, turning them round, turning the fingertips to face in towards each other, turning the fingertips to face behind you, to face towards you rather. Maybe you rock backwards and forwards. Beautiful. And then just coming back into your tabletop. Let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop belly, open through heart. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Maybe bringing some just continuous sways side to side here as we move through. Inhale, drop belly, open heart. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, drop belly, open through heart. Exhale, rounding through the spine, curling the toes under, pushing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's take a releasing breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. Nice. And maybe sway side to side. Maybe a bending through one knee then the other, making this juicy, making it soft, just a stretch into the body, feeling into any tightness, any stickiness. It's normal for it to be there. I definitely feel super tight, super sticky, and then just coming back to stillness for a moment. On your inhale, reach right leg up and back, free-legged, and we'll just stay for a moment, breathing into the back of the left leg. Finding this shape that we often just speed through as a transition. Let's stay. One more inhale. Exhale, drawing that right foot through between your hands, finding a runner's lunge. And here you might want to bring your blocks into play. So maybe taking your blocks either side of the right foot, or just keeping the hands down on the mat. Opening up through the heart, through the chest. Nice. A gentle sway side to side, this breathing into the front of the left hip flexor. We'll take one more inhale. And then an exhale, we find a half split, drawing the hips back towards the heels. You do not have to have your bottom sitting on that back heel. It's perfect if you're raised slightly up like this. In fact, I would encourage you to do so for this variation today. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right side. So we find this side body stretch up and down the left side of the body and in the back of the right hamstring. Inhale through center. Exhale, reaching over to the left side, breathing up and down the right side of the body. Can you send that those right fingertips a little bit further forward? Inhale, draw yourself back to center. Exhale, weight into that right foot. Wide-legged fold facing the left side. And we're just going to take a couple halfway lifts here. Inhale, a halfway lift. And exhale, a refold. Inhale, a halfway lift, sending your fingertips out to the edges of the mat. So you're holding yourself in this halfway lift, super strong, growing out, tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, and exhale, refold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, coming to frame that front right foot at the top of the mat. Moving it through a low lunge just for a breath. And inhale, we grow. And exhale, circle the arms back, framing that front right foot. Sending that right foot back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find stillness. And notice how the right side feels after that little bit of stretchy movement in comparison to the left. Maybe there's a spaciousness developing down the right side. And now we come onto that left side. So inhale, reach left leg up and back, free-legged, and we just hold it here. Holding this transition in a shape of its own, pressing through the palms, through the fingers. Inhale, and exhale, stepping that left foot through between your hands, perhaps coming up onto blocks, maybe coming up super high on blocks, just having a play. Maybe your hands are down on the mat. This slight pulsing, this slight rippling side to side, and openness through the heart, through the chest in our runner's lunge. One more inhale. Exhale, drawing your hips back towards your heels. Maybe again you're using blocks here, balancing the hands on your blocks. We'll take an inhale here, breathe into that left hamstring. Exhale. Walking your hands over towards that left side, so you're breathing into the right side of the body. Super juicy. Inhale, center. Exhale, walking your hands to that right side, so you're breathing into left side of body. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, framing that front left foot, stepping round to your wide-legged fold, just as we did on the other side, toes in, heels out. And inhale a halfway lift, find length. And exhale a fold, this beautiful rippling motion. And inhale a halfway lift, and then taking your hands out to either edges of the mat. Holding yourself here, inhale. Then on this time, exhale, bring that right hand down to center and just peel that left arm up. Ooh, super juicy. Finding this twist, and inhale. And exhale, draw yourself back to center. Arms go either side. Inhale. Exhale, that left arm comes down, bringing the right fingertips up to the sky, breathing into the inside edges of your legs. Inhale. Exhale, bringing that right hand down. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we come to frame that left foot at the top of the mat, dropping the right knee down for a low lunge just for a moment. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, circle back. Framing left foot, curl under right toes. Downward facing dog, push the hips up and back. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale here together. And an exhale here together. Coming to sit down on your heels now, just taking a moment, bringing the backs of your hands to your thighs, palms facing up. Maybe you close down the eyes or take a soft gaze, feeling this sense of expansion, spaciousness, stretchiness, opening up in the body underneath the surface of the skin. Beautiful. And then we're going to come forward to our puppy pose. You can move the blocks out of the way if they're in your way. So bringing the chin in the chest, or maybe the forehead down to the mat, this big openness into the heart space, into the chest. And we haven't done a lot of heart space openings in this short little practice, so forehead down to the mat is more than enough. One more inhale here. And then exhale, draw yourself up about halfway, then walk the hands over to that left side, finding this side body puppy stretch, breathing up and down the right side of the body. Inhale, drawing yourself back to center. And then taking your hands over towards the right side, reaching that left hand forward, chin and chest, or forehead down to the mat, breathing into left side of body. It's a big opening, staying soft, gentle, easing out whenever you need to. Inhale. Exhale, drawing yourself back to center, drop down for a breath. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, drawing yourself up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding some length through the spine, noticing if there's a little bit of feeling, something going on, sensation through the shoulders, through the wrists, through the arms. And on your next inhale, reach right leg up and back, free-legged. This time we'll just straight away step it through to that runner's lunge again. Maybe you're coming onto blocks or fingertips down. Inhale. In fact, I would recommend bringing blocks in here because on our exhale, we're going to come into our pyramid. So we're straightening through both legs. Maybe you're on your blocks. Maybe you're on the heel of that left foot. Let's pulse. Inhale a halfway lift. And exhale a refold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, refold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, refold. And if you're on the heel and perhaps planting that right foot down now, left hand could stay on a block or down on the mat, peeling the right fingertips up to the sky like this beautiful twisted pyramid. I know it's a bit funky, bringing that right hip back in space. You've got it. One more inhale here. And an exhale, maybe bringing your hands down to the blocks, sending that right leg up and back, free-legged dog. Maybe the hands are still on your blocks. Beautiful. One more inhale, and exhale, dropping that right foot down, downward facing dog. Really nice. And on your next inhale, let's ripple it forward to a high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hover them off the mat, down dog. Nice. Let's go on the other side. Inhale, reach left leg up and back, free-legged. Exhale, we're stepping that left foot through between your hands. Your hands can still be on the blocks, having a play. You could take them off of the blocks. Inhale, open through heart. Exhale, pyramid, drawing the hips back in space, really hugging that left hip back in space towards the center line, breathing into the back of the left hamstring. Inhale halfway. Exhale, refold. Final time, inhale, pulse. Exhale, fold down. And maybe planting that left foot down into the mat now, peeling the left fingertips up to the sky. You're still on the ball of the back foot. Right hand is down. This pyramid twist. Really nice, finding space, length, openness. Inhale. Exhale, framing that front left foot. Three-legged dog, flying the left leg up and back. And then exhale, downward facing dog, left foot to meet right. Final wave through the spine. Inhale, roll forward to your high plank, flush it through. Exhale, bend the knees, hover them off the mat, down dog. Nice, let's release through the breath and inhale through the nose. Exhale, a sigh out through the mouth. Beautiful. And just stepping back to find your seat on your mat, stepping forward rather, not back at all. Bringing the soles of the feet together once more. Baddha Konasana, just as we did at the start of the practice, maybe this feels a little bit more open this time. We'll take an inhale and an exhale, we'll fold just for a few breaths. Maybe you can find more depth, more space, and maybe not, and that's really okay as well. Just meeting yourself exactly where you are today. In any tightness, stickiness, or openness, expansion. There's no better or worse or hierarchy of where to be, just meeting yourself exactly where you are today. Perhaps the eyes are closing, gaze is soft, softening through the muscles in the face. Notice where there's holding, tension through the jaw, forehead. Notice if the tongue is pressed against the roof of the mouth, can you soften? One more inhale and an exhale. Inhale, drawing yourself up, just as we did, taking the legs long. Inhale, find length, find space through the spine. And exhale, we fold. Again, no destination, nowhere to be, no gold medal. It's just this folding inwards, this beautiful juicy stretch in the backs of your legs. Maybe there's a sigh out through the mouth that wants to come out. A letting go, a surrendering to this very moment. This beautiful chance to turn inwards, to fold inwards. One more inhale. And an exhale here. Inhale, grow tall, slowly drawing yourself back up to your seat. Let's take a reverse tabletop for a moment, pressing feet into the mat, fingertips face towards you, lifting your hips up to the sky, this lovely opening through the front of the body. Your gaze can be up to the ceiling or maybe forward. One more inhale here. And exhale, dropping the hips back down to the mat, finding a cross-legged seat. Again, perhaps you want to sit on a block, or maybe the hips are down, the butt is down to the mat rather. Taking your left hand down beside you, right arm up over your ear, a side body stretch. Inhale, and exhale like you're drawing a circle, spin it round, right hand down, peeling left arm up over. Inhale. Exhale, we do that one more time. Left hand down, peeling right arm up. Exhale, sway through center, right hand down, left arm up. Then left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee, twist. Inhale. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder just for a moment, this wringing out of the spine. Spinning round, right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, grow tall, lengthen. Exhale, we twist, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Drawing yourself back to center. And again, I did this in a Qigong class yesterday and I loved it so much. So it's this brushing off, like this energetic brush off. You can brush off anything you want to let go of, any thoughts, any dramas, any stories, any anxieties, just brushing them off the body. You can have your eyes closed, gaze soft, taking your right hand and just brushing, like you're brushing any unwanted energy or stuff just off the body, outside of the arm, the inside of the arm. Beautiful. Take it to the other side, brushing down that right arm and brushing down the inside of the right arm, and then brushing the chest, the tummy, down the legs, off of the knees, like you're brushing off anything you don't want, any excess stuff, any toxins that are just lying in the body, brushing them off. And then when you are done, you can have your backs of your hands to your thighs, to your knees, palms facing up to the sky. Find stillness for a moment. Maybe closing the eyes or taking a soft gaze. We'll take an inhale through the nose together. And exhale a sigh out through the mouth. We'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that breath count. Coming back to a natural rhythm of breath. Find stillness, find quiet, find this moment. And just noticing how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally to when you stepped on the mat just a few moments ago. Notice any space, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Maybe it feels like the clouds have parted just a little bit. Blue sky, sun is shining through. And bringing your palms together at heart center in gratitude, reverence for this practice. And bringing that prayer to your third eye space between your eyebrows, bowing your head to your heart, to yourself, to this practice. Thanking yourself for getting on the mat. And thank you so much for practicing with me. For this practice we say Namaste.